All right, hello Cleveland. This is Hard Hat Conversations coming at you on a Friday, October the 25th, 2024. All right, let's get right on into it. Let's update, see what's been going on since I last talked to you. Oh, by the way, my name is Richard. I'm stationed in Cleveland, Ohio. Like, subscribe, comment. This is Hard Hat Conversations. We're talking about truth, trying to get solutions as well as talk about this problems, what's going on. So let's talk about it and let's give a few examples of some solution, folks. Okay, here we go. Let's get right on into it. All right, let me go to my notes, folks. I like to go to my notes. We just had a report. I'm going to go to my phone this time, folks. I like to use paper notes, but let's see if I can go to my phone and read this to you right quick. It's real short. Stay with me, folks. Let's see if I can find it. Stay with me. U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Here we go. Channel 19 News in Cleveland reported that a search warrant was executed at a property owned by Millennia CEO Wednesday, lawyers confirmed. In a statement from Marisa T. Darden with Benson's Law, the lawyer wrote, members of the U.S. Department of Housing and Development, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, executed a search warrant at a property owned by Frank Sinito. Frank Sinito. Wade Hill Police Chief Carl Dunderfer confirmed the police department was called to assist the federal agents and secure the perimeter. Agents with the Department of Housing and Urban Development and Department of Agriculture responded to Eagle Road to execute the search warrant. Frank Sinito is the CEO of Millennia Housing Development based out of Cleveland, Ohio. The Associated Press reports the real estate developer owns affordable housing properties and senior living centers across 26 states. Affordable housing is another word for Section 8, government funded, taxpayers' dollars, subsidies, etc., etc., etc. So he owns a lot of those places that low income people live on. They go based by their income or Section 8 and all that good stuff. So they raided his house, folks. That's what the news report reported, Channel 19 News. I don't know the full details about it. They haven't given out anything yet, but agents have raided. So I'm not going to jump the gun on it, but here we go with another raid of a lot of money being misused, a lot of tax dollars. That's the increment on this. Not sure what it is. We'll wait and see, but from reading the report, that's what I get. Your taxpayer dollars at work again. And this is what happened, folks, when we don't have watchdogs on our tax dollars. Our tax dollars get thrown here and there and everywhere. And there's nobody to watch it, And the people that's really supposed to be watching it, could they be helping in getting it disappeared like that? Because it's not their money. They don't earn it. They don't work hard for it. They're not digging a ditch. They're not driving a bus. They're not helping out a patient. They're not doing none of these types of jobs. Flipping the burgers, cleaning the floors, all types of jobs. They're not doing none of that. They're just getting free money from the taxpayers and doing what they want to do with it. So that's why we have to really have a watchdog mentality on our tax dollars. And like I said before, it's your tax dollars, so don't be afraid to speak up about it. Let's not let these people take over. It seems to me it's a little bit too late because it seems like they just do it right in our faces and we can't do nothing about it, Every tax dollar adds up. Trust me. They take that money out of your check for a reason. And until we know the full details, but for what little bit I read, there's some shenanigans going on, and we'll find out. They raided his house. They said money is being misused a little bit, and let's see what happened with this case. And let's just say not just this case, but any. Remember how they always say white collar crime, blue collar crime. How come a lot of the blue collar crime go to jail a lot on a regular basis, but none of these white collar crime? If you watch my episode before, I talk about the pen is muddier than the sword. These are pen crimes right here, where they sign contracts to get this money and promise to do this and that to whatever they sign in the contracts to. How come these people can't go to jail, the ones that's in charge? I guarantee if we start arresting them and putting them behind those little jail cells, some of this stuff will slow down. We won't stop it all, folks, but we'll slow it down. Because see, this is hard hat conversation. We're about real talk and real solution. We know we can't stop people from stealing and doing all type of stuff. That's going to be going on to the end of time. But we have to keep it slowed down, folks. And it seems like in today's world, it's getting out of hand. You know, our government and supposed to be our watchdogs, and we're supposed to have agencies setting this up. But it seems like we come when it's too late. We do, folks. All the money's gone. And then when it's time, how you going to serve the people that need the money and pay the taxes? How you going to serve them well when all this money keep getting missed? It's just crazy, folks. It makes no sense. I don't get it. You know, nobody's saying nothing about it. Another thing, folks. Here we go again. Same old type of report. Nothing's being done. We need, like I said, this is hard hat conversation. Like, subscribe, comment, please. You know, I need solutions, folks. Speak your mind. You know, you have the right. You have every right to speak your mind because this stuff affects you. It may not get to you now, but it's going to get to you later down the line if we don't slow it down. All I'm saying is these teenagers on TV smashing and grabbing these cars. You know, minority black, a lot of black teenagers smashing these cars in downtown Cleveland in certain areas, Tremont and stuff like that. Are we going to stop that, folks, or are we just going to keep talking about it? You know, if you have a kid and your kid do something like that and somebody take you to court, you're responsible for them as long as they're under 18. So we can't show their pictures, right, because they're juveniles, right? Even though they're doing heinous crimes. Property crimes. Property crimes are real bad because people have to work hard to earn that property, and now they got to fix that property because they're not getting any money back to help them do that. You know, insurance only pay a certain amount. Everything's not insured, and you do have the right to leave stuff in your cars. You know that, right? The criminals don't have the right to steal it. Keep that mindset, folks. They don't have the right to steal it. You have the right to leave property in your car. They act like it's a crime for you to leave property in your car. No, it's a crime for them stealing the property out of your car. That's the crime. They need to start holding the parents, the guardians, the whoever responsible for their children. When the children do the crime, we need to start showing their faces, checking to see what's going on in the household. Are they on assisted living? And even if they just working a regular job, we need to check both situations to find out what's going on, folks. This is hurting our society because we're normalizing it now until it happened to us. We got to put an end to this. We got to slow it down, folks. It's an epidemic. We got to treat these type of things like we treated COVID. Bring in all the resources. Your local police can't handle it. Not anymore. They're taking away their power more and more because of a couple of bad incidents. They want to take the whole police order around. So bring in all the resources. Governors of each state, law enforcement of each city, combine yourselves together, work together. Or do you not care because you don't live in those certain underprivileged areas? Like I said, this is hard hat conversations. We just telling it like it is. If I'm lying, comment and let me know. Help me out. Educate me. I'm just going by the news report and what I experienced myself. I'm just like you. I can't go in outer space and move away. Everybody can. Every time you move out of the neighborhood, the crime follows. They're going where the money is, folks. They're going where the money is. Just like you see the bears and the animals coming out of the woods looking for food. When you develop those areas, you're taking away their habitat. Where they going? They come to your habitat because they know you got food in them garbage cans, food in them cars, them houses. Come on, folks. It's no big. It's not no mystery. It's just nature. The criminals say no more. We done stole and tore up every house and every community. Well, not communities, neighborhoods. So we done ravaged all the neighborhoods. They doing like the Vikings used to do back in the old days. They come and pillage, and then they move to the next one. That's what it looks like to me, folks. It look like Vikings just pillaging every neighborhood. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. And nothing being done. All we do is reporting it. That's the easy part. Start shaming these parents and these guardians. Hold their feet to the fire. Hold them accountable. These kids are living under somebody's tutelage. Let's get it done. Let's do it. Let me go to my notes again, folks. This is crazy. I'm so tired of these poor people, working poor, getting their cars smashed in, their property stolen. Nobody's doing nothing, sending these kids to juvenile or sitting them at home with the ones that ain't helping with the problem. Now, if you got your child documented that you've been trying to get help, that's a different story. But if you're just sitting on your lazy butt, not doing nothing, collecting the check, or the ones that's going to work over there crying, talking about they ain't got time. Well, you got time to have kids, right? You bring these children in this world, and then all they got is this going on. There's something going on with you, whoever's in charge. Because these kids shouldn't be having this thought on their mind, breaking and stealing people's stuff. I blame it on you, parents, guardians, or whoever you are. These are young kids. So they developing this somehow. They don't just wake up and have this in their mind. So I blame you folks, and we need to start showing you and holding you accountable. One more thing too, folks. Let's talk about sports real quick. Sports is starting. We're in trouble with sports, folks. I mean, we're in trouble with sports, folks. It almost made me laugh because it's just getting ridiculous because I love sports, different types and everything. I can look at a little bit of everything. Tennis, soccer, you know, hockey, everything. I can look at a little bit of it. You always got your favorites, but if you like sports, you like to look at different things. The gambling, I told you, with any good thing, there's the dark side. Do you think it's a good partnership for the sports team to have partnerships with the gambling sites like FanDuel and BetMGM and all that? I see they markers all over in the stadiums, basketball and jerseys and stuff like that. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Shouldn't we keep that separated, folks? Because it seems like it's conflict of interest to me a little bit. You know, you betting on one hand, but then you advertising with the teams that we have to bet on. Could there be some shenanigans going on between the two entities? Could let me just pick on one sport, the NBA. You know, football is where and all the other sports, but I'm just naming one just to help us out. Could they all both be making money hand over fist? You do this, I do that. Because there's always cheating in sports. I don't care what you say. If you play sports from the little league all the way up to the big time, if you ain't cheating, you ain't winning. And we have seen professionals all the way down to the bottom cheat. And if you ask anybody that's been in those locker rooms, been playing those sports for a long time, they'll tell you the same thing. Cheating is part of the game. It's part of the game plan. Trickery. It's just another word of cheating. So is our sports in jeopardy? It seems like it's a fashion show and just it's not sports anymore. It's like watching a movie, a make believe movie. I don't know, just asking. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment, help me out on that. I'm gonna keep it short tonight, folks. As I said before, you know, love one another. Try to stay peaceful. Do your best to love your neighbor. Go with God and hope to fare well. Just like the ones that don't believe in God, I hope they fare well too. So let's try to keep the peace, folks, because it's easy to tear up stuff. Um, that's all I have tonight. This is Hard Hat Conversation. Peace out.